It is, half the room didn't know that song, the other half did, I'm sure. It is so good to put a suit back on and be up here on stage. It's great that we are back together again. Amen. Before we start, I want to get a few things done. Turn to the people at the table. If you haven't met everybody at the table, take 2 minutes and just introduce yourselves now to everybody at the table, if you could, please. All right. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out. I'm sure many of you are sick of looking at people on a screen, and it's so nice to be back in person with each other. So a round of applause for all of you coming out today. Those of you who were able to come in last night, we had a little fun. And our friends from Rip Roaring Production were able to capture it on video. So let's see what happened last night. So one of the things you don't know about last night, I know you know that it was Cinco de Mayo yesterday, right? Everybody was celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and we picked the menu for last night based on it being Cinco de Mayo. The thing you might not know is our CEO, Liz Mandarino, thinks Mexican food is tragic. She will not eat Mexican food, except for did you eat last night, Liz? She had a little bit. So. And a strawberry-infused tequila. How many? No. I do want to thank our sponsors for being here. Before I do, if you need the network password for the Wi-Fi, it's there. Hilton Meeting is the Wi-Fi, and then the password is Symposium, all caps, 22. So if you need to, take a minute to do that now. I also, as I said, I wanted to thank our sponsors for being here. We are not able to put on a day like today. Chris Clark, our controller, and Mark Tabak, our CFO, won't let us put on a day like today unless we get the partnership from our sponsors. So for our platinum sponsors, EHI Enterprise, Travelport, and United, thank you very much. Really greatly appreciate your partnership there. Our partners will be with us throughout the day, so please make sure that you take that opportunity to speak with them, to talk to them at their tables, here in the room as well as outside. Our gold sponsors, American, Best Western, Delta, Sabre, and Concur, SAP Concur. Thank you very much. Will, thank you for participating. Great to see all of you. So to our gold sponsors. And then our silver sponsors. Again, thank you, Air Canada, Deem, Hilton, JetBlue, Metropolis. Mike, thank you very much. You're always with us and really appreciate it. Scandinavian Air and Wyndham, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So let's start talking about the agenda a little bit. And we'll be here in the morning sometimes we have breakout rooms. We're not going to have any breakout rooms today. We'll be here in the morning. We'll break for lunch around noon. We'll go next door, and then we'll come back at 1 o'clock for the rest of the day. Prizes will be at the end of the day, and we have some great prizes to give away as well, so please stick around for those prizes. I can't wait for you to hear some of these great speakers that we have today. Before we do, I want to talk about your travel program. What are some words that describe your travel program pre-pandemic? Stable. Great word. Smooth. Robust. Anything else? Flexible. Mature. I think a lot of people had a very mature travel program. Sophisticated? Would that describe it? What do you call a fish who wears a tie? Sophisticated. I told Jim I might keep my tie on for part of the day, but it's definitely not going to be the whole day. In fact, it's very hot up here, and I'm not even going to wear my jacket, if you don't mind. So what I'd like you to do is start talking to each other, again, about how your travel program changed during the pandemic. Have a conversation amongst yourselves. Okay, if I could have your attention, please. If I could have your attention. A lot of things changed. A lot of the ways that we met with people changed. In fact, some of us showed up to work like this. Right? Raise your hand if you were on a Zoom call and you were dressed like this. Yes. Shorts. What do they say? Business on the top, party on the bottom. Many of you showed up like this. And then it got even more casual, and sometimes you just didn't care what you looked like. So you took your shirt off and you had a t-shirt on. Or if your boss was going to be on the call, then you put your jacket back on over top that, right? So a lot of things changed throughout. I don't really fit as well in my clothes as I did. How many people don't fit in their clothes as well as they did? I thought it was the dryer that was shrinking my clothes. It was really the refrigerator. Right? Text to Travel. We launched it in 2019, and it really, really helped us when things started to go crazy in that first and second week of March. I'm not sure, I didn't ask her to bring the statistics, but I bet Pam Zeger, our VP of Operations, could talk about the number of texts we were getting from people at that point, because that was one of the ways that they could your travelers could communicate with us. So, a lot of fun. How many of you know I like coffee? I love coffee. I joined a coffee club. They kicked me out because I showed up in a T-shirt. T-shirt? The way we dressed up when we went out, like when we went to concerts, right? We changed the way we dressed. We were much more casual. We would go like this. I went to a concert one time and I didn't think I had to dress up because it was only 45 cents for this concert. Do you know who was performing? It was 50 Cent featuring Nickelback. You like that one?
Yeah.
You're going to use that, aren't you?
No, I'm saying most of these people might not know, the younger ones.
The younger, Nickelback, Taylor, Nickelback. Jim won't let me stay like this. So I thought in introducing the agenda for today, I thought I'd get dressed for the day. So I need some people that helped put this program together, help me get dressed for the program appropriately. So Kristen Lynch does so much. Kristen, if you can come on up here. Kristen is our senior manager of marketing and has been with us probably 3 years now, three. Kristen does all the things behind the scenes so that sponsors are happy, so that you are happy when you get here, you're communicated with. Her know before you go is unmatched in the industry. Hopefully you got that yesterday. Kristen, thank you very much. Give Kristen a round of applause, please. One of our great first speakers is going to be from United Airlines. Darren Scott, I'll introduce in a few minutes, is going to be sharing a lot about network planning as his role has done that. This is the tricky part with the microphone. Next, I want to bring up Paula Metzrat. Paula, if you could please join me on stage. Paula works in our meetings and events department, and many of you who have been coming to the symposiums for a long, long time know Victoria Finaldi. She retired this past year, so Paula, you had some really big shoes to fill. They're not shoes in there. You had some really big shoes to fill. Thank you very much for everything you did. I'll be back in a second. I have to go put my pants on. Talk among yourselves. Sustainability. Sustainability will be part of our messaging today. We're going to talk about what it means for your travel program. It's not sustainable to be up here on stage with shorts on the entire day. So I had to go put some pants on. In fact, do you know what the letter O said to the letter Q? For God's sakes, man, put some pants on. Nobody gets it. Nobody gets it, do you? If you don't get it, write the letter O on your paper and write the letter Q, and then you'll get it. You still don't get it? For God's sakes, man, put some pants on. All right. If I could have Tanya Pepe from Hilton, please join me up here. Tanya, thank you so much. Hilton has done an amazing job. You and the entire staff and the entire hotel have been phenomenal. Thank you very much. I need to put my shoes on now. I just bought these. You like them, Jim? I do. Do you know, Jim, that when we go to meetings now, people wear sneakers? It's amazing. I guarantee, as much as you will never see Liz Mandarino eating Mexican food, you will never see Jim Wells show up at a meeting in sneakers. I guarantee it. We're going to be talking about mobility today. Ivan and George are going to be talking about our new mobile product that we're going to be rolling out this year. Mobility is extremely important to your travel program. I better clean up here. Lastly, I'd like to ask our chairman, Jim Wells, to please come on up. If you could bring me that bag. Thank you very much. A round of applause for Jim, because without Jim's leadership, without his support, without his guidance, not only dating back to 1983, but especially through the pandemic, and allowing the employees now to be owners of the organization has just been tremendous. So, Jim, thank you very much.